Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda Song and my channel is aimed at connecting people across cultures, and one of the ways that we do that is through popular TV and movies. I love watching Korean dramas and sharing the nuances, music, and cultural experience of that with all of you. Two of the top Korean dramas this past year are undeniably TVN's Mr. Sunshine and JTBC's Sky Castle. Mr. Sunshine and Sky Castle were both record-breaking TV shows. They achieved some of the highest viewership and ratings in Korean drama history. Given the immense popularity of these shows, it's natural to want to compare them. So in today's episode, we're going to compare Mr. Sunshine versus Sky Castle and see which show, all in all, was the better show. But first, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know whether you preferred Mr. Sunshine or Sky Castle in the comments below. Alright, let's get to it. Mr. Sunshine captivated viewers from the very first episode. It had a record-breaking premiere with over 10% of South Korean cable viewers watching the first episode. Mr. Sunshine quickly became #1 on its weekend time slot. But Mr. Sunshine continued to gain momentum, with the season finale peaking at over 18% viewership. On the other hand, Sky Castle's first episode flopped with just 2.2% of Korean cable viewers watching. Sky Castle did not catch up with Mr. Sunshine's 10% of viewership until its 10th episode. But Sky Castle soon broke Mr. Sunshine's record 18% viewership on its 16th episode, the one where Wooju gets arrested and everyone starts trying to uncover the truth about Hana's death. That episode got over a 19% viewership, and Sky Castle's ratings continued to increase from there. By the season finale of Sky Castle, almost a fourth of the country's cable viewers were watching. Now, these ratings obviously don't take into account the number of viewers on Netflix and other digital platforms. Mr. Sunshine won several awards, including Drama of the Year at the annual APAN Awards. We have yet to see whether Sky Castle will win awards, but I'm pretty sure Sky Castle will definitely bring home a few awards. Mr. Sunshine's overall viewer rating is 8.8 on IMDb and 84 out of 100 on Asian Wiki. On the other hand, Sky Castle's rating was 8.7 on IMDb, but 87 out of 100 on Asian Wiki. Now, before we get into more personal reasons about which show I preferred, let's look at some of the criticism. Mr. Sunshine was criticized a lot for its portrayal of the Korean versus Japanese sentiment. Specifically, Mr. Sunshine was criticized early on for romanticizing the pro-Japanese stance through Koo Dong-mae's character. Personally, I think those accusations were a little premature, and if people had waited to see more of Koo Dong-mae's development throughout the show, they would have realized that's not the case. Personally, I very quickly learned that although he's part of the Black Dragon Society, a group of Japanese gangsters essentially that wreaked havoc through Chosun, you very quickly see that he's not actually loyal to Japan at all, and he would do anything to protect Aishin, who, as we now know, represents the spirit of Chosun and Korea. On the other hand, Sky Castle was briefly criticized for inciting violence against doctors. After the episode where Dr. Kang gets chased around the hospital by a former patient wielding a knife, a psychiatrist in South Korea was murdered. He was stabbed to death by an angry patient with a knife. Accusations claimed that that was inspired by Sky Castle, but for now it's mostly just accusations and coincidence. Alright, so which show did I prefer? First, I'd love to know which show you thought was overall the better show. Which show would you watch again? Which show have you already watched a second time? Let me know below. As for which show I thought was better, it was very difficult for me to get into Sky Castle. The first episode kind of dragged. I felt like it was going to be just one of those shows with a bunch of scheming housewives. It was ultimately that kind of show, but there was so much more involved. The thing I liked most about Sky Castle was the fact that it discusses a topic that's so present and relevant to current society in South Korea. South Korea is known as one of the most educated countries in the world, with the average student spending over 16 hours a day studying. And the things that were represented in Sky Castle, while I can't say that it's 100% true, it definitely shone some light on some of the negative things that happen in this competitive, overeducated society. I think having Koreans see that in popular media and having it being exported to the rest of the world is definitely a great outlet for them so that they can air some of the stress that they may have been feeling being students in this society. On the other hand, Mr. Sunshine also focuses on a very relevant and still present issue in Korean society. Mr. Sunshine drew me in from the very first episode. It was so epic and necessary, I think. The underlying story of Mr. Sunshine, like this resentment and tension between Koreans amongst each other because of decisions that their ancestors made 100 years ago, is still present in today's society in South Korea, and people clearly still feel very bitter about this. I made a previous video about my reaction to Mr. Sunshine, and part of the reason I think that video was so popular, as you can tell from the comments under the video, is that there are so many Koreans who still feel very affected by what the Japanese did during their colonial rule of Korea. They still want justice. And I think Mr. Sunshine, in some small way, helped deliver peace of mind, knowing that that story that's been kind of buried for like 100 years finally had a chance to be told for the entire world to hear. And on top of that, I've always just liked more epic and like adventurous shows. So all in all, Sky Castle was a great show, but I probably wouldn't watch it again just because it's kind of more of like an educational show. Yes, it had some great plot twists. I had chills. I was scared for my own life, as if this woman was gonna come after me. All in all, like excellent writing, like excellent character creation, the arc of these characters, it was spot on. But personally, I have to say, Mr. Sunshine was my absolute favorite between the two. That show was just completely epic and so important. I don't know if it will be this year or next year, but I am going to watch it again before it leaves Netflix. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Did you prefer Mr. Sunshine or Sky Castle? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.